Grammys 2020 are over and done with. I'm just going to go straight into it with my thoughts on winners, who should have won, who lost out, etc, etc, etc. So the category that was probably the one that caught my eye the most was the Best Rap Album category. The nominees you had Igor, Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Championships, I'm Greater Than I Was, and The Lost Boy. Thankfully, Igor, Tyler the Creator won. Definitely far and away the best album in this category. But of course, I was aware of what Tyler had to say after the fact that he won a Grammy. He made some very, very compelling points about the fact that categorizing his music as rap or urban is like a very, very politically correct way of saying the N-word. And I think that's a very, very legitimate point. I'm pretty sure the Grammys have like boundaries for what classifies as a rap album. I think it's 51% rapped vocals. And at least to my knowledge, I've been listening to Igor non-stop for nearly a year. Most of that album is not rapped. It is more of a pop / R&B album. So the categorization is off, but I'm still happy that Tyler managed to nab his first Grammy. He literally spoke it into existence. I remember on Bastard almost over 10 years ago now, he said, "My goal in life is a Grammy. Hopefully Mum attends the ceremony." So I'm happy that he literally spoke into existence what he wanted and he achieved it. So Best Rap Song category, the nominees were A Lot, Bad Idea, Gold Roses, Racks in the Middle, and Suge. To be honest, I think the strongest song out of these won, and that was A Lot with 21 Savage featuring J. Cole. Again, this is 21 Savage's first Grammy, but surprisingly, for a lot of people, this is J. Cole's first Grammy as well. A lot of people felt it was kind of overdue for him. He's been around for a very, very long time now. But I think the reason J. Cole hasn't been able to win a Grammy up until this point is that he's kind of been unlucky in some of the years that he's been nominated. He's gone up against the likes of Kendrick and Drake and stuff. So, but I'm happy for him. A Lot is one of the standout songs from 21 Savage's album. Best Rap Sung Performance, nominees were Higher, Drip Too Hard, Panini, Ballin', and The London. To be honest, I think this wasn't the strongest category, in my opinion. I think The London probably should have won it, but it went to Higher, which was the DJ Khaled, Nipsey Hussle, and John Legend song. Again, I can't be, I understand why it's gone to this song. Nipsey Hussle was a very, very respected member of the hip hop community. A lot of people looked up to him, and the Grammys are clearly taking that into account. But if I'm going off just the music alone, I think The London is the strongest song in this category. Best Rap Performance, nominees were Racks in the Middle, Middle Child, Suge, Down Bad, and Clout. And Nipsey Hussle won this category as well, Racks in the Middle with Roddy Ricch and Hit Boy. Again, for the same reasons as the Best Rap Song Performance, I can see what factors the Grammys are taking into consideration when they make this decision. In my opinion, Middle Child or Down Bad were definitely the strongest contenders out of that category. I think Down Bad ever so slightly more than Middle Child deserved to win. Best R&B Album, nominees were Ventura, 1123, Painted, LMA, and Paul with PJ Morton. Anderson .Paak grabbed this for Ventura. I think personally it's a very, very consistent, fun, full of life R&B album, and of course he had Andre 3000 opening his album with him, so that's never a bad thing. Oh, I'm not going to go through every single category because there's like 80. I'm just going to go through the major ones and the ones that kind of piqued my interest. So the next one is Best R&B Performance. Nominees were Come Home, which Andre 3000 and Anderson .Paak, Love Again, Daniel Caesar and Brandy, Could Have Been, Her featuring Bryson Tiller, Exactly How I Feel, Lizzo and Gucci Mane, and Roll Some Mo, Lucky Day. Thankfully, again, Come Home featuring .Paak, sorry, featuring Andre 3000 won. Again, the strongest song in this category by a long, long way. Daniel Caesar one I enjoy quite a bit, but none of the other ones particularly piqued my interest. I think that Andre 3000 verse on Come Home was one of the most insane, left field, mad shit verses that Andre 3000 has ever spat. And I think it's one of his best featured verses ever. Now, Best Alternative Music Album, I think this is probably the worst decision I've seen out of all these categories. The nominees were Father of the Bride, Vampire Weekend, UFOF, Big Thief, Assume Form, James Blake, I, Bon Iver, and Anima, Tom York. Now, in my previous video, I said that this was one of the strongest categories this year, and I still stick to that statement, but I think they picked the worst album out of these, which was Father of the Bride, Vampire Weekend. Nowhere near one of their best albums. Very meandering, very, very long as well. I personally think it should have gone to Assume Form or Anima, but what are you going to do? It's the Grammys. They always fuck up one really, really badly. So best pop vocal album, When We Will Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Lion King, Thank You Next, Number 6 Collaborations Project, and Lover. Again, Lover, not the best Taylor Swift album, not the worst, just kind of there for me. Number 6 Collaborations Project by Ed Sheeran, fucking horrible, god-awful album and never want to hear it again. Thank You Next, Ariana Grande, was one of the best pop albums of last year. Lion King, The Gift, kind of an inconsistent listen, but it went to maybe the best album in that category, which was the Billie Eilish album. Again, no complaints about that one. It's a very, very strong album. Our best pop duo group performance, Old Town Road, Boyfriend, Sucker, Sunflower, and Senorita. I mean, it was always going to go to Old Town Road. It's Old Town Road. It's like the biggest song ever. You know, I enjoy the song. How can you not enjoy the song? I think probably out of my personal enjoyment and as a song, I maybe would have gone for Sunflower, but there was no way in hell that I wasn't expecting Old Town Road to win at least one Grammy. Best pop solo performance, Truth Hurts, Spirit, Bad Guy, Seven Rings, You Need to Calm Down. This has gone to Truth Hurts, and I think this is where the eligibility stuff for the Grammys are very, very vague, because Truth Hurts came out, mid to late 2017, I believe, and we're now in 2020. And I know the Grammys usually, I think for this year, it's like 1st of November from 2018 to or 1st of October to like the 30th of September 2019 or something like that. But then they bring in these like mitigating circumstances where if your song gains popularity in that year, then it becomes eligible. I don't think that's particularly fair in my opinion, but Truth Hurts, an almost 3 years old song, not a very good one in my personal opinion, but I understand a lot of people love Lizzo. Out of these ones, and this one confuses me as well because I'm aware of what won Record and Song of the Year, which was Billie Eilish, Bad Guy, and that was nominated in this category, but it somehow didn't win that. So it's the best song of the year, but it doesn't win the subgenre. I don't understand it, to be honest. Best new artist, again, it was Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish has been killing it all year, and for good reason. Her album was very, very, very strong. Different in terms of very, very popular music, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I fuck with what she's doing a lot. Like I said, Song of the Year went to Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas for Bad Guy. The biggest song on that album. To be honest, I think there's a handful of songs on that album that could have been up for this. Not a lot of these songs in here kind of interested me, maybe apart from Always Remember Us This Way from Star Is Born, Lady Gaga song. But apart from that, relatively weak category for me. Apart from Normal Fucking Rockwell by Lana Del Rey, which was my favourite song in this category, but I completely understand why the Grammys wouldn't want to take that risk, because it's, I don't know, I don't like using this word, but it's an edgier song. She opens it by saying, "Goddamn mad child, you fucked me so good, I almost said I love you." So I understand why the Grammys didn't award it to that one. My favourite song in that category, but not angry at Bad Guy winning at all. Okay, album of the year. There are a few. Do you know what? Actually, this category confuses me because Lil Nas X's 7 EP was nominated for album of the year, but they can't nominate Tyler the Creator's Eagle. Okay, I know, I understand how the Grammys work with album of the years. I think it has to be at least 5 songs of new recordings, and I think it has to run for a minimum of like 15 minutes. And if I remember correctly, if you take away, because Old Town Road is on it twice, the original and the remix, if you take away one of those, then the album literally only just beats that marker. So I'm pretty sure the label were fully aware that they wanted to secure this nomination, and they did it. Personally, I don't think it should have been anywhere near this category. Again, there was a couple of songs that I enjoy, but it went to When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Again, I think, again, apart from Normal Fucking Rockwell, which was, I think, the strongest in this category, I think that is a very, very good pick. It's a strong and safe option. Again, not mad at it. It's a very, very, very good album. Finally, Record of the Year. Again, Bad Guy, Billie Eilish. You know, I think it's refreshing to have. Usually, when you get like Record and Song of the Years, it's these very, very overproduced, like just loud mess of pop songs, and you can tell that there's just been like, it's gone through so many different layers and filters, gone through this person, that person. And I love the fact that it's just this girl and her brother just making tunes in like a home studio or bedroom or something, and just doing what they love and be recognized for the talent that they have. So again, Bad Guy, out of all of these songs in the Record of the Year, I think it's the strongest. Yeah, that's Grammys 2020. Again, it wasn't the most polarizing Grammys that we've seen. There was nothing like majorly shocking in my opinion. But again, you know, we need to remember, should never use the Grammys or awards to validate our opinions or enjoyment of art. If you fuck with the art, it doesn't matter how many people recognize that. As long as you fuck with the art, that is all that matters.